Last season, Stevenage faced some harsh realities, winning just 3 out of 36 league matches under 4 different managers and never escaping the bottom 2. But in the online world, life couldn't have been better thanks to a genius marketing campaign.
You haven't heard of Stevenage Football Club, right? Well, neither had we. But we realized that even though they're at the bottom of England's 4th division, they were going to appear in the same video game that all the expensive players were going to be in. And that's when, almost 2 years ago, we decided to sponsor Stevenage. Introducing the Stevenage Challenge.
About 2 years ago, we were approached by an agency over in Spain, and they were keen to provide Burger King with a platform to work with a club here in the UK and to take a small club on the field into the biggest team globally on the EA Sports FIFA game. And luckily they picked us.
So tell us what happened.
So they ran a challenge for us back in October, worldwide campaign, Mexico, USA, Russia, Australia. Had over 1.2 billion impressions, and what people had to do was score a goal in real life wearing a Stevenage shirt or score a goal in EA Sports FIFA wearing our shirts. In return, they would win free food. We became the most played team in the world. Over 250,000 people have picked us as our team in the career game, and lo and behold, I'm sure when FIFA comes out next week, we'll be the most played team again.
Didn't you sell out of shirts for the first time ever last season?
Yeah, so we reordered 3 times, sold them out altogether. We're very close to selling out again, and we've also got something else up our sleeves which we'll probably launch in the next few weeks, which I'm sure will be equally as eyebrow raising across the globe as well.
The real-life Stevenage challenge was left for Alex Ravel to tackle. The former player came out of retirement in January to help Graham Wesley's struggling side on the pitch and ended up being the manager just over a month later. It was a baptism of fire.
Unfortunately, losing becomes a habit at times. I think that was probably the biggest thing from last year. I think no matter what, I think if you go on a run of losing games and no matter how confident you are, it does affect you. And we just couldn't get out of that run as a football club. You know, there are other certain things that happen behind the scenes that when you're in it you think, is that right or wrong? And you learn from things, and I think we've learned from that in terms of squad size. I think probably last year we had too many players, and it's hard to keep everyone happy. So things like that, you know, they do snowball. But yeah, I think just results weren't good enough.
Ravel only had 2 games in charge before COVID hit. Stevenage were relegated when the season was ended, but were given a reprieve at the expense of the sanctioned Macclesfield.
That is in my mind constantly, that
lucky to be here.
And also that we have to prove to people that we deserve to be here. No matter whether it's luck or whatever happened off the pitch that is way above me, you know, outside of football, we have to make sure that we show that we deserve to be here. Because, you know, if you find yourself in a position like that, you know, the easiest thing for someone to say now is, well, they should have gone down. Yeah. That's the easiest thing for someone to say, and that's the thing that not eats me up, but you know, but keeps me going every day.
Drives
because,
you.
Yeah, it drives. We have to show people that we deserve to be here, and that's my message every day to these people, that every day you turn up, you have to have that mindset that it could be very different. You know, this football club could have been very, very different.
It's been an OK start. They took 4 points from their first 2 league games, then lost their last 2 to Bradford and Salford. But the win against Oldham, their first in 11, did give the players some precious belief.
It's huge. First win for everyone, the community, everybody, because we'd got used to losing. Like, that's there for everyone to see. So it was big, and the biggest thing now is to not, you know, to make sure you don't go on those runs. And that's going to be a huge learning curve for these players, because you know, some of them haven't played in the Football League before. Some of them are, you know, still in their teens, and they're learning the game. But what they've got to do now, they've got to learn the game quickly, and we want to help them do that. You know, we like I said, this is a reset for us.
Well, because the pressure's on, because the online team's been doing really well. So, you know, you have to try and replicate that.
I think that team's slightly different to mine, if I'm honest.
Yeah, but, you know, you've got a global fan base now, so, you know, you have to do well.
Yeah, I think Piers Morgan, I saw, tweeted about it as well. So, yeah, the online team, I think if any of them players want to come in, we'll open the doors for them.
So Messi would get into
your
first 11?
Well, I think he might just, if he wants to learn and if he wants to put in the yards, I think he's still got it.